First, live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
And hello, everyone. Welcome to Fox 12 Now. I'm Greg Nibler. As always, appreciate all of you joining us here. We are broadcasting live and live streaming live every weekday at 1 p.m. Pacific on our social media channels, on our apps, and on our website. So lots of places to find us. We have a lot of different discussions on this show. Today, we're talking about a continuing series covering the Oregon Charity Championship, which is coming up on October 2nd. It's going to feature over 30 nonprofits competing for some really amazing prizes. And those prizes are, of course, going to help out the community in all the various ways that these organizations do. And we're getting to talk to a lot of them, talk to them about what it is that they do, and really put a showcase on some of these ways that they're helping out the communities. And today we're talking to Trillium Family Services. I've got Shannon joining us right now. Really appreciate you being here with us today, to cover everything that Trillium does, and which is a lot for the community. And I think, to start off, for everyone who's just joining us who may not be familiar, could you give us a little bit of a background of what Trillium does and maybe even how it got started?
Yeah, so our history actually goes back way to the 1800s. But Trillium Family Services, the organization as itself, came out of three older organizations partnering together in 1998. And that was the goal, with to build brighter futures for kids and families in our community, and do that through providing mental health care, which we do for ages 5 to 17 for the entire state of Oregon. But a big deal for Portland, Oregon is we are in 80 schools in the Portland metro area, and we have day treatment and inpatient programs in Portland as well as other areas of the state.
I mean, that's huge. I want to get into talking about those different areas that you provide services, but I have to go back. You said the 1800s? It's been around since that
Yes.
long?
So not as Trillium, but we formed from Waverly Children's Home and Perry Center in Southeast Powell, and the Children's Farm Home in Corvallis. Those three organizations that, some of them go back to the late 1800s. One of my favorite things about our history is we've always been providing care for kids. It's looked different over the years, but always taking care of kids.
Wow, that's wild. And just providing that much service over that amount of time, and then still obviously today, but as you mentioned, the entire state of Oregon and all of these schools in Portland. So maybe if we could, talk a little bit more about those services and go into that just a little more detail.
Yes, definitely. So we have outpatient care. So we're in 150 schools throughout Oregon, and 80 of those are in the Portland area. And we have day treatment programs in Portland, Bend, Corvallis, and the Dalles. And we have inpatient 24/7 care in both the Portland metro area and the Mid-Valley area. And then various other programs, right? Like our therapeutic equine program and our chrysalis support group for teenage female trauma survivors. We just want to make a lasting impact in our community and try and make it a better place for all.
And that's so many different, things that you do just within that, what you just mentioned. I'm sure it even expands beyond that. So for something like that, how do you maintain this kind of an organization?
Oh, well, fortunately, we do have a contract with the state of Oregon, which helps because we are the state hospital for kids and teens in Oregon. We also do get a lot of our income from billing insurance. But there's a lot of things that are really important to us, since we are serving kids and families, that we have to fundraise to fill in the gaps for things like we have a healing garden for our kids, and we have the equine program, and we have yoga, and we have a labyrinth, and I could keep going on, right? Like yoga, there's just so many things that we feel are very important for that healing journey that our kids are on, that you can't necessarily bill insurance or the state for. And so we fundraise to fill in those gaps that we think are important.
Well, talking about that, mentioning the healing journey and helping out, these kids, these youth who need these kinds of services. For you going in every day, what is it like for you, getting to see that and being able to help out some of these kids who really need this?
It is so meaningful for me. I actually felt like a volunteer summed it up best. I had a group out from a business local, and the volunteer said that it had been the most meaningful volunteer experience she'd had as a volunteer, as a corporate group coming out. And for me, that's what it is too. I adore our organization, our kids. I'm passionate about the mental health. It's impacted my family. I just about everybody who talked to has been impacted by mental health in some way, whether it's personal or family or extended community. And so the mission is just so important. Trying to make a difference in the state of Oregon for mental health for kids is just huge. And I love putting a smile on our kids' faces. So I sometimes get to do really fun activities with them. And that's really important to me because anytime I can make a kid who's struggling with depression or anxiety, laugh or smile makes my day.
How have you seen the need for services like what you provide change over these last few years?
So COVID was rough on everybody, right? One of the things that I've noticed, especially in the last few years, is COVID kind of gave us this baseline of understanding about mental health. A lot of times people before that didn't totally understand why would a kid or a teenager be struggling so hard that they need to be in care, especially 24-hour care. But now that we've all gone through COVID together, I feel like we've all had this experience of these really hard days, right? And we have an understanding of mental health basically can impact anyone. And there needs to be support and services when it does impact you or your family.
Um, Looking at the transitioning here to a golf tournament from that, but this it does all tie in. The Oregon Charity Championship coming up here on October 2nd, and there are some really amazing prizes that are out there, including $25,000. And so something I'm asking everybody is, if you were to win that, if your team won the tournament, what would you do with that?
So we are very focused on getting our kids out playing, right? Outside activities. We have a healing garden for that purpose, and our labyrinth and playground equipment. And guess what? They wear out, right? So we would be very excited to do something new or improving our outdoor areas to get those kids outside playing. I love it when I see them out there because they're just enjoying childhood, and that's amazing.
That's awesome. Well, are you going to be competing in the tournament?
So I am very rusty at golfing. So we fortunately have one of our VPs, Jay, who's very good at golfing, and he's going to lead the team.
Nice, nice. Well, that's again coming up on October 2nd. But for everyone out there who's learning more about Trillium, where can they go to find out more, or participate, or donate, or just get involved?
So go to trilliumfamily.org, and there is options to click on about learning more about our programs. There's a donate button, of course. And if you go to support, I'm ramping up for holiday giving right now and getting gifts for the kids. So there's a way you can go and support holiday gifts for the kids too.
That's fantastic. Well, Shannon, thank you very much for joining me here on Fox 12 Now, just to talk about this and to get some more insight into these amazing services that you provide. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. I love talking about our organization and our mission. It's amazing. Thank you for
That's
having me.
Absolutely. Well, you're very good at talking about it. So, so thanks for joining. And for everybody who's joining us here for Fox 12 Now, just wanted to let you know there's lots of places to watch our content. One of those is the Fox 12 Oregon YouTube channel. We're also on the app. So if you download the Fox 12 Oregon app, there's a button right there that says Fox 12 Now. That's got all of our interviews on there. So you can definitely check out all of those and rewatch this one too, if you would like to do so right there. And we'll be back at 2:30 p.m. today. We're going to be talking about Snack Fest, a snacking festival that's coming to Southeast Portland this weekend. So we'll be covering that, talking to one of the co-founders again at 2:30 p.m. But in the meantime, check out all those other great interviews and segments that we've done here on the show. And then I'll see you back here at 2:30 p.m. All right, I'm signing off right now. I'm Greg Nibbler. This is Fox 12 Now.